So hello and welcome friends to our channel Intro Mech, where we discuss about basic mechanical engineering concepts. So guys, we have started our new series regarding the conveyor selection, and in our previous session we have focused on what are the different selection parameters that should be considered while selecting the conveyor. Now in today's session we will see what are the different types of conveyors and how we should think about these parameters and how we can get some 3D CAD models of these conveyors. So without wasting time, let's get started. So this is a belt conveyor. Now you can see there are some divisions on this conveyor. So there are lot of different types available in this conveyors depending on the material and application. So this is one kind of type, which is belt conveyor. Then we have roller conveyors. Now we can see there are rollers on which these material getting transferred, and then we have chain conveyors. So again, in chain conveyors we have different configurations. So depending on the application, let's say if you have some pallets, so most of the times for pallets we can go with the chain conveyors. So depending on the application, the requirement, we have to select between these conveyors or many other conveyors. So let's see one tool. Just type Dorner. Now Dorner is one of the manufacturer of the conveyors, and we are taking this as an example. We are not promoting any manufacturer. The aim is to show what are the different input parameters that you should consider while selecting a conveyor. Now this is the site. You can see the different types like industrial conveyors, then sanitary conveyors, pallets, and flexible conveyors. So these are different options. Now let's check out the industrial conveyors. So let's go to the industrial conveyors. As soon as you click on the industrial conveyors, the different types, you can see fabric and modular, belt conveyors, chain conveyors, pallet systems. So let's check out the fabric and modular belt conveyors. Again, there will be different types depending on the specifications. We have belted conveyors, precision move conveyors, then modular belt conveyors. So these are again different subtypes, and we have to pick up according to your application. Now let's check out the belted conveyors. Now here you can read the product improvements or the small belt conveyor applications. You can see small belt transfers, part accumulation, precision move. So we have seen these parameters, so you can now correlate that the part accumulation, then size of the parts. So this is how we should check the parameters. And let's check out another conveyor. Then we have flexible chain conveyors. You can see the different types of conveyors. As we were discussing, the shapes are different and what are the benefits of these flexible conveyors. Then we have pallet systems. As we discussed, in order to have a transfer, we require some palleting systems which can rotate, which can lift up, pop up and pop down. So there are different types of palleting systems available, so which are required to be incorporated in our conveyors. So we should also know about them, like what are the different types of these pallets and all those things. You can see the applications over here. So we have a tool available, which is you can also check out the products, the flexible chains, pallet systems, and all those things. Now we have a 3D tool which is called as a D tool. On the right hand side top you can see. So just log into that. When you open this tool, you have to give some input parameters and then you have to log in. I have already logged in, so you can see I have logged in with my thing. Now here we have two options like configuration and CAD. So let's go to the configuration. Now here you could see there are different number of models which we just discussed, like belt and gravity rollers and other things. So let's select one model. Then it will ask whether we want a complete conveyor or just a conveyor type or motor accessories. Let's select the complete conveyor package. Now we can see what are the things that are required. Now drive. So we require some driving system for the conveyor. You can read what is the end drive, what is the mid drive. As soon as click on the mid drive, you can see the drive is at the middle section. So this will be dependent on your application. Now here the width, so the size of the belt will be dependent on your product dimension, so that's why the product dimensions are very important. So you can select the width according to your product size. You have to keep some clearances. So let's say our product is 20 mm, so we can go with the 40 mm wide conveyor. Then we can switch, let's switch to metric. Then we have conveyor length. Now this conveyor length will be dependent on your cycle time, your layout. So we can select, let's select 6 feet length of the conveyor. Then we have the idler pulleys. Now the idler pulleys are required for tensioning purpose. Now that is another part, like these are the idler pulleys. So let's have standard idler pulley. Yeah, now then we have output shaft position. So the different positions, 100% conveyor load capacity. Then you can read what is ABCD and how it affects the system, the load capacity. So A is the system, A and D are the systems with which we can get the 100% load capacity, so we should go with that. So this is dependent on the tensioning side and tensioning side, which is the tensioning side, so that is also important. Now here you can see the conveyor profile. So these are some profiles for the frame. So let's select low profile. Then the belt type. Now this is the important factor, as we discussed. Depending on the environment, we should use the material. Here you can see the temperature, it can withstand 100 degrees Celsius, and what are the other parameters they have mentioned. So let's select the material. Then we have some brackets and all those parts, so this comes under the installation thing. So we should know which kind of thing we want, whether we want a bracket or a welder structure, so you can select accordingly. Then the mounting package, if you want to mount on bottom or side. Then comes the speed. So again, according to our application, we should select it fixed speed, and then we have a variable speed. So in fixed speed, we have two fixed speeds only. So feet per minute. If you want to change it, let's go to variable speed. Let's select that. So here we can see the DC variable speed from 2.2 to 60.54 feet per minute. So this we will get. Then these are the control things. Depending on the voltage, we should select these control parameters. So let's select one parameter. Then comes the option of accumulating and non-accumulating load. Now this is the parameter which we have seen. So we should know whether our conveyor is accumulating type or non-accumulating type, because depending on that the motor size is also dependent. Now we have selected all the things, so the code has been generated. So we have to go to add this configuration to code in process. So just click on that, and we will go to one place. So just go over here and create configuration. Just click on that, and here you can see you can give some short description to whatever thing you have generated, and then you can give an option receive CAD model by email. As soon as you click that, you can give the format in which you want the complete assembly, and you have to submit the request. So you will get the complete package on your email. So this is one example. So our main aim was to consider the different parameters. Now we have seen what are the parameters in previous session, and now as you see, this is the manufacturer, and we have to provide these parameters to the manufacturer so that we can get the proper conveyor, or we can design the proper conveyor. So This that is why these parameters are very important. Now let's configure one another conveyor. So if we change the conveyor, the parameters will also change. Now let's select one different type of conveyor. So let's go with the gravity roller type of conveyor. Now as soon as we select the roller conveyor, the parameters will be different because there are different parameters required to be considered. Some parameters will be common, but as we change the conveyor type, some additional parameters might be there which we have to provide. So let's see what are the different parameters which we have to consider. Now it has been loaded. The gravity roller, you can see the complete conveyor package. Let's select the complete package. Now you can see how it looks. We can select the language as English. Let's select it. Then yeah, we have the include end stop and no, do not include. Let's select the end stop. Then we have the conveyor width again, depending on the size. Let's select 6 inches. Then length we have to mention in meters. Let's select the length. So this is the length, and then we have side profile. Now this roller conveyor will require some side profile as we have to install the rollers. So let's select the profile. There are n number of different types. Then we have to select the roller centers. What should be the distance between the rollers? Now this is important. Based on the size we have to select that. Then the stand, the mounting, we can have the fixed height, adjustable height, as we saw, depending on the wash down requirements or environment requirements, we should select this. If you have to move the assembly, we should get the swivels. Then the height from the infeed end, the top of the roller height, so that is important depending on your layout. So these are also important parameters, like at what height you are designing the conveyor, at what height you are getting the input, at what distance you have to give the output from the conveyor. So these are the different parameters. Then these are some supporting things, and our configuration is ready. So this is how the roller conveyor can be selected, and I think you can now correlate what are the input parameters which we discussed in the previous session, and how they are contributing while actually designing or selecting the conveyor. So this is it guys for the today's session. I hope you got some new knowledge and you will definitely use these tools. And if you have any doubts, please do write into the comment section and we can discuss over there. Until then, keep intro making. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you.